Love incredibly tasty seafood? Welcome to Seafood 101, where we celebrate the journey from sea to market to table. For more than 100 years, Seattle has been the home of our commercial fishing industry and the North Pacific fishing fleet. Today, our industry has never been healthier. Seattle is the home of hundreds of fishing companies, shipyards, suppliers, and marine services. Fishing is the past, present, and future of the Pacific Northwest. If you love sustainably caught wild seafood, you've come to the right place. Visit PacificNorthwestSeafood101.com to check out all the delicious recipes, news, and upcoming events. Now here's what's on the menu for today's program. Welcome to Seafood 101. Hi, I'm Ken Saunderson from King County Maritime, and today I'm joined by Scott Hanson, who is the captain and owner of the fishing vessel Beauty Bay. Thanks for joining us today, Scott.
You bet, Ken. Great to see you again.
Hey, tell us about the Beauty Bay and the type of fishing that you do.
Well, we're a longline vessel. We fish for cod in the Bering Sea. We don't use nets. We use hook and line. The ground line's about the size of your little finger. We catch our fish one at a time, and we call them line caught. They come on board, and we process them immediately, and they go into the freezer, and it creates a product that's fresher than fresh. It's a great protein, and it tastes great.
Hey, Scott, you talked about longliners and the fact that it's sustainably caught. How's it different than other kind of fisheries that use nets or hooks or other kinds of activities?
Well, the interaction on the bottom is minimal because the line is, like I said, about the size of your little finger. It lays out on the bottom, and then it's gently, and then we just roll it back up again after we give it some time to catch fish. And, there's no disruption really of the bottom. So it's very, very non-invasive.
Very cool. Hey, you've been actively involved with fishing in the Bering Sea since 1979. Why did you get involved with fishing, and what keeps you coming back?
Ken, I'm a third generation fisherman. My family immigrated from Norway in 1903. My grandfather and his 6 brothers, along with their father, started building boats and fishing. And my cousins still have a shipyard, Hanson Boat Company, and they continue to build boats. I stuck with fishing. I really enjoy my job. People in the industry are just great. And, I can eat fish every day when I'm on the boat.
That's a nice side, Bennett. The industry is really a family, isn't it?
It truly is. Yeah. It's all the people that are connected to commercial fishing, from the people in the shipyards, the workers that help keep us going, the Coast Guard that keep us safe, inspecting our boats. They're out at sea when we need them. The folks at the fuel dock to gas us up. And, our grocery suppliers that provision us before we leave. And they also buy our fish, which is terrific.
That leads to my next question about the huge economic impact, because, fishing is one of those industries that's kind of hidden in Seattle, although fishing put the sea in Seattle, right? So, but it does offer a great economic impact. It's been going, it's very strong. It offers great careers. Talk about the importance of the seafood industry and the fishing industry here in the Northwest.
Well, as I was saying, our provisioners here in Seattle, they help support us. The shipyard repair, all the contractors that work on our boats, the medical providers, our offices all have accounting and sales departments for selling our fish. We use the USDA inspectors here in Seattle and in Alaska to come inspect our plants, our factories on our boats, help train our crews and how to handle fish. The people at NOAA that work out at Sandpoint, National Marine Fisheries, and the Alaska Science Center help manage the ocean and keep it balanced and sustainable for our country. And it's just great, to be able to work with all those people. University of Washington has some great programs, and they produce a lot of people that all those folks that help us do our jobs better.
That's great. The Freezer Longline sector is the first cod fishery in the world to obtain a certification as a sustainable, eco-friendly, and well-managed fishery. Talk a little bit more about the industry's commitment to sustainability.
Well, it's because the way we harvest our fish, Ken, we catch them one at a time, and they're processed, immediately. That the markets, the restaurants, they demand that product, time and time again. The price point is attractive on our fish. And it was the first green rated best choice cod fishery by Monterey Bay, which is a pretty big coup for us. And we're proud of that. And it also helps us market our fish. We were also instrumental in getting our MSC certification, which is another marketing. And it just helps show the world that our fishing type long line is a great environmental way to catch fish.
Absolutely. There's a huge difference in taste, I know, between Alaska caught wild cod and farmed products that are out there. That sustainability commitment and that commitment to really harvest the best and highest quality food is something that I know you guys are very proud of.
We are, absolutely. Yeah, we're trying, to minimize our footprint, making our boats more fuel efficient. Our gear type, like I said, is really very efficient, and we target cod. So the fish that we do catch that we can't keep, we will release them to the sea and they swim away. So it's just a great way to fish. It's labor intensive, but it's a win-win for everybody.
Absolutely incredible. Hey, you're based here at Fisherman's Terminal. Why is this such a successful base for our fishing industry?
Being at the Fisherman's Terminal, the folks there, they're just so supportive of the fleet, keeping us going. They help us to get our gear in and to get our repairs in. You just couldn't find a better place to work. And all the contractors and suppliers are locally, in the Ballard, Seattle area there. So it makes it very convenient for us.
That's great. And the fresh water at Fisherman's Terminal is a huge plus too, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Once you bring your boat in there, all the mussels that have been sticking to the bottom of the boat, they don't like that, so they drop off. It helps a lot, absolutely.
That's great. I wanted to ask you finally, you're on the board of the Freezer Longline Coalition. Tell us about the association and the work that you do at the board.
Well, Freezer Longline Coalition is a group of us longliners that there's 34 boats, and I think there's 9 companies now, and we all work together, working with National Marine Fisheries, NOAA, Alaska Science Center, and managing our stocks and better to promote our fish so that we have something to catch for years and years to go, and training our crews for safety. That's kind of our that's our game.
Absolutely perfect. Thanks, Scott, for joining us today on Seafood 101.
Absolutely, Ken. Sure, good to see you again. Thank you.
Great. Thanks again. And I'd like to thank everybody for watching this week's episode of Seafood 101, where we celebrate the journey from sea to market to table. Remember to hit the subscribe button to keep up on all the delicious recipes, shopping tips, and industry news. Until next time, cheers to great eating with seafood. Thank you for joining us for today's Seafood 101 program. Seafood 101 is sponsored by the Seattle Propeller Club with the Port of Seattle. It's presented by the Alaska Bering Sea Crabbers, Bristol Bay Regional Seafood Development Association, Freezer Longline Coalition, and the Groundfish Forum. Special thanks to National Fisherman Magazine and Pacific Marine Expo. Visit PacificNorthwestSeafood101.com to check out all the delicious recipes, news, and upcoming events. See you next time as we continue to celebrate the journey from sea to market to table. Cheers!